blessings. How's your spirit? Um, I'm only going to be here for about 15, 20 minutes or so. And I really ain't got a whole lot to say. I just know y'all hadn't seen me in a day or two, and I promised y'all I'd show up for at least every 24 hours until the divorce or my stalker or something happened different. And yet, y'all, these still things are running the same. Divorce March 2023 started way back in January. So imagine how I feel. It is fucking May, and I'm still married to a demon. Hey, ladies, how y'all doing? What up, Rocco? What's up, homie? What's up, black guy?
You're welcome.
What up, Chub
We
Rock?
watched a movie.
Yeah? What'd you watch?
Um, it's with Tilda Swinton. It's a movie I've seen before. I thought she'd like it too. It's
Okay.
like Let's Talk About Kevin. What do we do about Kevin?
Oh, okay.
Ezra Miller is in
I
it.
think I've heard of it before.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Mm.
It's it's really intense. And
Okay.
it's so funny. Ezra Miller, the actor that's the kid in it,
Mm-hmm.
he's
Fuss at Daisy.
he's he's a really disturbed kid, a young adult now.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's been arrested. He's done crazy things. It's really odd that he would play a part like that.
And then have terrible things happen to him?
Well, I think he's just,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, let's talk about Kevin. It's Tilda Swinton. You might. It's really a very very intense movie because this woman, from the time she's pregnant with him, she does not have her,
Hmm.
and she doesn't bond with him right away. So you think postpartum,
Right.
But the kid is sociopath from the beginning.
Dang. Yeah, that sounds intense.
It's really intense, and then it has a horrible climax, but it also has a mother's love. It's like she knew her husband, and because the kid was different,
Mm-hmm.
was able to eventually put up a facade of who he was.
Hmm. It sounds like a good movie. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it, I
Pretty
think.
intense. What's all this?
Just the camera and mine's the same thing.
That's nice.
Thank you. No, just
I
a
like
little.
it. I like it. I'm getting not this month, next month, or the next month, but I'm getting a video camera that's mobile,
Yeah.
and it has real accurate, and it's only $200.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, getting that. From my
Sounds
heart.
fantastic.
Do you have your phone?
That's it.
Are you on it right now with
Uh-huh.
somebody? Pixels.com.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Brooks, artist.
Okay. I'll look into it.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
Pixel. Okay.
Pixels.com. And then Kelly,
Kelly
Kelly Brooks, artist. And I'm starting to put things on it.
Okay.
So when you put your art on it, whether you want to sell your art or not, when you put your images on it and your art, they convert your art to tote bags, cups,
Neat.
merchandise.
Right.
And then I have a business account with PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
So if one of my images sells on anything, I get a percentage and it just goes to PayPal.
Nice. That sounds good. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Bye, Chubb. I'm sorry, Paco.
Paco.
Bye. See you guys later.
Bye bye.
like everyone's getting into selling their craft or their art. It's kind of neat. I look forward to seeing how people go about these things. Ugh. And they already said I wasn't planning on being here long anyway. Back for a bit. I'm so ready for something different. It's not to say things haven't. Apologies. Already been different. Spending some time with my neighbor, Patty B, and thinking about some things. I'm playing a lot of cards recently. Time to myself. Tucson has some of the absolute worst drivers, y'all. But I've been spending a lot of time just pondering things. I opened up this other phone that I was trying to get to work for something yesterday, and it's stuck on February 6th, which is technically not this year, February 6th of 2022. It's the day that I went missing last year. It would take 2 days for the people around me who knew me to call the police. They didn't know you could call sooner for someone who was disabled or whatever. Anyway, it made me think about a lot of things. Mainly retiring from people, um, specifically mean people, angry people. Most people. As soon as I can sense the icky in you, I don't even want to be president anymore. So I find myself withdrawing. Except this time it's not withdrawing because of PTSD or trauma or those things. It's, I don't want to waste my energy on it. I don't want to waste my energy on anybody. Tell you the truth. Alone in my room. I'm alone in my room. What I think, what I say, what I do, how I move. That's just me. Alone in my room. You know what I mean? I can have the wildest fantasies. Next level dreams about sun, moon, stars, galaxies. It's ironic, actually, now that I think about it. Speaking to my neighbor today, on the way back from being downtown, sort of. Uh, she mentioned something about ferrets, and it just now I realize it's probably one of the reasons why I never ever tried to manifest anything. For years, my dreams were nightmares. I had dreams of being chased by ferrets. I had dreams of being naked in front of the classroom. I had dreams of falling um, and having to wake up out of my sleep rather quickly. I had dreams of hands coming towards me. Why would I want to manifest any of that? Um, so honestly, it's just recently that I've decided, let's just see what happens. I keep the dreams in mind. You want to know why I asked for a galaxy? I said this before, but let's say it again. Around the time that I was being diagnosed with this number of weird illnesses or whatever it is, I went to the emergency room and my stomach was just, this wasn't like, this wasn't bubble guts, this wasn't any of that. Um, it was the beginning of not being able to drink water. Uh, it was the beginning of feeling like I was being poisoned or something. Not too long after I'd had my first fibromyalgia flare and my body, um, the only way that I can describe it is like complete muscle failure, like or the opposite, whatever. My muscles engaged to the point where like they just were constant, a continuous cramping like that. Anyway, I had been um, this particular day, instead of it being my entire body, it was the top of my stomach, as if I had. There's a term for it. There's a particular term when you have a blockage, um, but this would have been a bit different. Not like food or something. There was some type of knot or something. It just felt like it sat on. It actually felt like it sat between my stomach and the stomach lining. Anyway, it's horrible, horrible experience. And then the cramping. So I went into the emergency room and they gave me this, whatever it was, an anti-spasmodic, um, to make it stop. Whatever was in one of them caused this rash on the outside of my left eye that looked like a galaxy to me. It just had this swirl pattern that I had never seen before, and it looked like a galaxy. And from then on, I was just like, well, holy shit, that's it. That's the ticket. I started thinking about things. It just kind of started coming together to me, so to speak. Like the Libra thing from Men in Black. Um, the galaxy there was an Orion's belt, which was this thing around the cat's neck. You know what I mean? It's never really that far away. You know? Now I can see it. Hell, y'all can too. But there's a whole galaxy out there. A bunch of other shit too. It's amazing what we can manifest when we put our minds to it. Something about manifesting magic. I guess we thought about it long enough. We played in Magic's back door. You know, we did all these things until Magic became our wheelhouse. It had to. I mean, literally, they recreated Charmed with black people, melanated people. I don't want to put it. That's the real deal Hollywood, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's something we had to get back to. It's not as if we never knew it. The spirit says, "quote They hacked into it. They hacked into us, literally, figuratively too. They hacked into your DNA. They stole it. They figured out how to control it during the pandemic, and they've been trying to control you ever since. The truth of the matter is, y'all woke up in like 2021. Some of you were really late, 2022. But like you did, you're getting out of it. It's like yeah, I said it before. Spiritual spam. You gotta go through your old emails in your head, all the ones you haven't sent, the ones you meant to. There's something in there that they hacked into. They were able to pull at you. Before 2020, they didn't have to. You were willing. But in 2020, the world woke up. They were really hoping to lull you back to sleep or turn you into willing sheep. So many of you still are. That last part, it just absolutely amazes me. I remain unfazed. Something about a phaser, like from Star Trek. Someone someone has one of those, or someone like I want that. I want a Star Trek phaser, something like that. Someone wants me to have a taser. I I don't know why you would suggest some shit like that. Whomever you are, you can at least see you can see some of my experiences. So you've seen me run into things. You've seen me run into screams that I should be able to play and see, which by the way I can't, that's a subject for another day. So like what the hell would you how I would tase myself in the leg. I was like, that's why the Lord got me covered. You like listen, this thing, this it's ridiculous out here. What are we gonna do with it? Listen, I like to talk smack about how one of the problems with what's going on in the world today is that they let the tail wag the dog for too long. Okay? America, America, America's like a newborn country out here. And black America, even fresher than that, like a newborn baby. You know what I'm saying? So allowing them or us to just be in charge without any supervisory committee from the galaxy. Kind of like a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? We helped win the war because we came from up off an island, so to speak. they couldn't reach. Oh, but now a lot of folks can reach us. Y'all been out here playing with energies and frequencies and all those kinds of things. So yeah, they got you now. They got your features. They understand your language. I mean, AI, Chat GPT, making a mockery of us. This is what happens when you try to make a mockery of me. You put these people, sheeple, dingbats out here, and and they be doing that thing. That thing, what's that thing called? They call it roasting, but it's not roasting. Oh, Jesus fucking. Hey, by the way, I saw White Jesus yesterday. Some of y'all know it. Some of y'all don't. He, you know, his name is Gage, and he lived with us both in the studio. Well, yeah, he lived with us in the studio over there, and then this apartment here, um, off and on from 2020 to 2022, I think. Maybe once or twice in 2022. I can't remember. No, nope, nope. Because that jealous son. Never mind. Hush your mouth. Shame devil. We're not gonna do that today. Anyway, I saw him yesterday when I was walking. I think I told you that I went to the dispensary and I saw him. Or maybe I told Patty B. Anyway, um, and we got to talking about this young lady. She just looked like what they did make zombies look like. It was distressing. And then again later on last night, and then this morning, another young man. Just I think I'd seen him before at Walmart. And I'm like, God damn, I can't. That's what I mean. I have to retire from helping this one human being and that one human being, and so on and so forth, so that I can help many. Uh, One of the ways that I can do that is by continuing to do what I do, but in a different way. So it's not like I'm leaving YouTube again, like I said. Y'all might see me take a break or something along those lines yet. Um, I might do channel energy readings maybe from time to time. Mostly, we're going to continue to have conversations about how we move the needle, how we change things, how um, how we develop integrative technology uh, that's not snitching on you and me, next generation 50 or so. You know what I'm saying? It's time to let go of control of people. It's time to let go of control, and that's hard for me to say. Yo, if control was a drug, I would be an addict. I'm not freaking playing. So I ended up with the whole punishment thing. Like I had to do something to get away. It's one thing to want to be the boss. It's one thing to think you're capable. The Obama's book, The Audacity of Hope. I think it's audacious, and I kind of think it's bullshit to hope. No offense, not like that anyway. But hoping is like wishing and praying, or thoughts and prayers. You know what I'm saying? So I told someone this recently. We don't hang our hat on hope. We keep moving forward. Constant innovation. I mean, we can revitalize the nation. We can mobilize people. We can change things. We can live up to the dreams that they sold us on our own terms. We can do it across the globe, across galaxies, and then see who actually rises to the top. You know what I mean? Like cream. The Prince song is what I'm hearing. In I saw this thing, a documentary about Michael Jackson being a crip. I'm like, well, I mean, anything is possible. See, here it is. Anything is possible. Anything can be. I can give you dreams you never ever dreamed of. I can see it in your eyes. Magic is dirty Diana. Oh, dirty Diana. Come on, get it, Mike. God dang it, Michael. You know, that may be one of the reasons why I didn't want to do the Jordan. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna forget his last name. You know, I'm talking about stuff with the K. Recently was killed on the subway in New York. Um, rest in peace to him. Yes, it reminds me of my I think it was my 36th birthday. No, it was younger than that. It was younger than that. It must have been 32, 33. I was in Savannah, and there was this a gentleman who was a Michael Jackson impersonator. He did an amazing job, absolutely amazing job. I remember it was "Smooth Criminal" was the song that he did that I had seen him do once before, and so then for my 32nd, 33rd birthday, whichever one it was, I had asked them to meet us at, I think the name of that place, no, Tangerines was over on Abercorn, the other bud. Oh, they had this wonderful, mm, it was this great martini spot. Um, I think it was over on Bay Street. It started with like an L or something. Anyway, we went there for my birthday. And again, I'm someone who you're not gonna fuck up when I go out because I don't go out all the time. Stay at home mother, businesswoman, entrepreneur. I had things to do, college student, blah 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 blah, gobbledygook. I was not stopping for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So when I decided to take a break, right? I decided to take a week off from school, from whatever it is that I got going on. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday. I'm gonna do some amazing things, solo dolo, or do some things with some other people. And I'm gonna do some things that's just, my business, so to speak. And so anyway, um, I invited him to meet us there and perform Smooth Criminal for my 36th, for my birthday. Um, and so seeing that story kind of made me remember it a little bit. That was a good, I mean, man, you talking about having a good time in my life, you know. Yeah, and by that point, I was already like making my exit from the false reality of my marriage. I was making more, or at or no, due to the deployment, he was still making a bit more than me, but after taxes, I came out ahead. So that's the thing that happened. Oh, by the way, like one of the things that everything about my ID, all that stuff is jacked up is because he I'm he falsified taxes. Because one year I was able to get us back a large sum of money, but that's because I was running a daycare. I was making $30,000 a year. However, he was deployed, and at that time, it was just something that was on the books. Like his income was tax free, right? And then a certain amount of mine, and then the business, right? So then you got your business. If you know business, um, that year I bought a lot of things for my business. I bought a computer. I bought a washer and dryer. I believe. I purchased other things that what you do is you put them down and say that this is something that you spent and you can take a little bit away from your taxes or vice versa. However it works, you're going to have to forgive me. It's late. I'm medicating so that I can go to bed. And I've been here enough longer than I'm into. Let me see. Okay. So anyway, I say all that to say that allows you to damn near, especially if you're just starting your business, bring your um, business or like your business income to zero, so that you're not like that year. We didn't pay we didn't pay taxes. We weren't supposed to technically, so they gave us back a large sum of money. I am not someone who believes in that system of operating, right? It just happened to be a thing that happened. I am someone who tells everyone you need to make sure that you are using whatever deductibles, anything that you can to get your money in your hands and out of the federal system. Because all you're doing is giving them tax free money to play with. Look at that silly. You're giving them tax free money to play with. No interest. An interest free loan, and then they can default on that shit. They're not gonna default with China. Look what China's doing to Pakistan and Egypt and somebody else. I believe China ain't fucking playing around. Shit. Get, get your shit together out here. It is insane. Forgive the noise. One reason that I'm gonna ignore it today is because it's literally 5:20 in the 5:20. Like it's 5:20, May 20th, and here we are. And there's Tucson 520. There you go. Here, so that little bit. And I'm like, shut up. So now I want to. I miss it, man. I miss It's one of my favorite places. Seriously. Like, I was telling someone that Tucson could be like that. It's the same thing about Durham. Durham, North Carolina, if Durham continued to get their stuff together because they were redoing like the Parish Street area, what would have been Durham's Black Wall Street, tobacco, those things. Hey, Mike, how's your spirit? You working this evening? Don't tell me you quit already. Spirit's like, we quit already. I'm kidding. I'm telling you, I don't know that I could do that. But I mean, I've done a host of things that I didn't think that I could do. So, you know, who knows? Um, this wasn't one of them. I knew that I could do this when I first started. I didn't know how good. I'm glad to hear. I apologize for teasing you. I don't know why. For some reason, something about you just kind of clicked. Like it was like, yeah, I can harass this dude. It'll be okay. Apologize. Um, but then again, to be fair, Mike, I do that to a lot of people. As long as they come in with positive energy and are willing to take part in the conversation. I used to say play along with me, but then people started acting like I was crazy or they were crazy or trying to play me, and then I had to start. you know, setting people straight. Um, but anyway, like I'm not someone who cares for live streams where you can't interact with. I like C-SPAN for whatever. Like, I don't watch it. I like the idea of it. One thing is the people that they have on C-SPAN are dry as hell, but the people who call in, I think that's why the people who are on C-SPAN are dry. They got to be deadpan for the crazy things that they're going to hear. I have heard some wild stuff when I turn around from time to time. So if you're looking for something interesting while these writers are striking or whatever, go listen to your government in session. Go pay attention to what your government is doing. Spirit says, shout out to Jeff Sessions with the big ass ears and his lion ass mouth. But anyway, still having problems with my health, but I'm trying to get a work from home job so I can be at home. I hear you. I mean, I suppose focus on what could you. There's like leave the is it ratrace.com or leave the rat race or something like that. Um, Spirit is something about a spiritual chat line, but see, here's the thing. Like, do you remember those old school? Maybe not those old school Miss Cleo type things. Like I wouldn't want anyone to do anything like that, nor would I want anyone to do anything like a combination of that along with what's that thing called? Customer service representative, right? Like putting those two things together in some ways. Hello. It sounds like the right idea, but then on the other side, it's kind of like, I don't think so, because like you literally, it's like selling people soul, spirit. Like people should people should come to hear the word, for lack of a better way of putting it, so to speak. And then people should like afterward they I don't I don't believe in tithing in that way. They should give like my sons. I would tell them all the time. You know, you need to break your dollar into three parts, and every dollar break it into three. So you're gonna give part of it to charity. You're gonna pay yourself first, and then your bills, and then you're gonna take care of the other things. Now that's not exactly how I wanted it to go. Yeah, I never was. I never could do data entry. Because of the same reason. I was very bad at 10 key. I can type very well, but that those 10 keys off to the side, which is ironic because as a cashier, I was great at it. I knew exactly where things were, but on a keyboard, it just doesn't work for me. Um, I was thinking maybe if you're a veteran, they have a lot of sites that are dedicated or organizations that are willing. I think it's like 100 companies or something like that that have dedicated themselves to helping veterans and veteran spouses find positions. Um, there was a reason. Oh, so I went through it a couple of times, but one of the things for me was that I already had a college degree, and they were working more with one, those who were E4s and below at the time, and those who didn't have a college degree. But like if you can do that, um, maybe you could do some like research things. Maybe look up research and development type things. Some of those might be working on. This is a different type of data entry, so to speak. Listen, if I could, I'd hire you to like take my phone and just like make make short form content out of my long videos and make longer content out of my short videos. If that makes sense. Help me get that organized and started. Like, research and no, what's the opposite of that? Organization and our organization and I don't know. There's something about failure to launch again though that's like popping up. I don't know what that's about. The failure to launch energy. That's one of those things too. Like I just thought about it. Um, like one of the reasons that I was hired here was because fundraising, being able to fundraise differently and in a different community. So, something that I actually kind of still look forward to getting into. And making moves around it that we can kind of take state to state. I think. I know as soon as it's out there, someone's gonna try to steal it. So we're gonna have to try to like I don't know how to patent a fundraising technique. That's what we got to see. Research and development. Something we need to look into is can you patent a fundraising technique? It remains to be seen. Said I've had trouble looking for a job, but I'm blessed to have someone to talk to about it. Well, that's absolutely one of the most important things. Is just to have someone understanding to talk to, because you know it can be mind altering trying to. I mean, and the thing is you are working still right now, so that's the positive on that side too. Yeah, but like yet, yet, um, there comes a time, according to Mr. Jackson, uh, and the rest of the folks from We Are the World, um, when you need that person who can just listen or conversate with you, communicate, help you get through, push through, so to speak. And I know, and I fuss at people for telling me to push through because I'm like, do you know what I've already been through? I will throw this coffee cup at you, except I respect my coffee. You know what I'm saying? But like, we have this habit as human beings of telling people to push through and then leaving them to do it alone. And I can say this: we have this habit of telling people to push through and then just talking to them, never really taking them by the hand and guiding them through. Shout out to my homie Chuck because he came and held my hand, just walked and talked with me. Like, that I need it. Recently did it again just for a couple of minutes, like to let the outrage out um, without being or showing outrage, but one admitting being angry about it to recognizing that this isn't something that is of me. It is something that continues to happen um, to me, so to speak, in the sense of the PTSD. And I need to give myself more grace than I do. But that's always been my problem. It's always been my issue. You know, I want things absolutely perfect. I want them. I used to want them organized, all the ducks in a row. An SOP for every damn thing. You should see. I have this external hard drive that has all these things from when my sons were younger, plus some information for the things that I want to do. But anyway, I say all that to say that there's on there are files of, like, you can see the way that I read my house. Like there's a thingy for, like, here's how you separate the laundry. And when they were smaller, I have little things on the outside of the hamper so that they would know. It reminds me, like, let video be the gateway. Uh, let video be the bridge until you can create your own scaffolding. Some people are trying to teach things to a community that's never heard these things before, or a group of people or a child, even. And you have to recognize that, one, maybe perhaps you're trying to teach something that's new to you as well, and there's some frustration in that. If you are frustrated, then you build frustrated energy in the space, and that frustrated energy carries over to the interactions and the people around you, whether you speak it aloud or not. It is what it is. Shout out to Mace and Cameron's podcast featuring Mace. That was actually pretty funny. At Main Road. I don't know why. Oh, why I almost, where I very often live on the main road. I didn't when I lived in Durham. I didn't know Elizabeth City though. That was actually a pretty fun. I love that house. But anyway, I've been here a lot longer than I thought I would. One, it's ironic. Two, it's relevant to someone because I'm irritated about it. I just have no desire to fight with anybody. You're not gonna like what I'm about to say. I've accepted that you're disappointed, and people are disappointed. They're okay with it. You're like, it's always a reason for why. Blah 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 this, blah 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 that, blah 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 blah. It's never I didn't have enough discipline to take action and do the work, be responsible. I didn't. I didn't have the ability to say, you know what, I fell down on the job today. I didn't provide you the things that you needed. I screwed up. See, that's upper echelon management. That's when you get to ask someone to come to work during a fucking blizzard when you stood 10 toes down for them and you showed them that, hey, if you do the right thing, I will stand up here and I will take these shots for you. Yeah, yeah, it was me. I messed up. But honey, if I give you everything you need, fucking fall short. It's up to you to make, you know what? I gotta, my bad. How do I fix this? Let me get on top of this right now. Please, independence. Let me handle my damn business because you can be without an entire paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like people have gotten comfortable past it. It's not really something that I can do pass for polite. I have to be polite. I can't pass for compassionate. It's a requirement. And to do the work, so you can be compassionate enough that not gonna terrorize other people. I'm not gonna look at them as individual lost causes. I can recognize that each one of them has a flaw in them, but look at the people who came before them, the government, the organizations. That reminds me. I think isn't there like one of those alphabet gangs out there that they that's known as the plant. I could be mistaken. I thought it was the CIA, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I said that was to say it, by the way. The idea that they started calling the LGBT folks, and really, anyway, the LGBT folks, the alphabet game. When before that, it was the FBI, the CIA, the KGB, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that Rockwell song is, I always feel like somebody's watching me, is playing in my head. Y'all might as well get over it. Someone's been watching me for a long time. You sold them the bill of goods. Patriot. No time left behind. You gave over your information free and clear. Now, yeah, there are some things where they messed up. They got to fix it, pay for it, yet you continue to do it. Like being told that your face was reused for AI art, you went ahead and did it, not even thinking about how it would update or validate or enhance. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Enhance facial recognition software. I mean, shit. I'm pretty sure with this chip technology, it's at the point where it's your face and they recognize your face. They got your DNA. Catch your Hear me? It's like, that's it. Good night. Your bill is over. Dude. There's this movie, Justin Timberlake movie, where they got like these little time thingies on their arm. That's gonna be significant to somebody and relevant to some people. I think soon. This how much time you gotta. It's like a death clock on your arm type thing. You can you buy more time? I can't remember. But someone should watch that movie. I think it's timeless. There's another movie known as Limitless, and then there's a third movie with the dude from Star Wars and the one that plays Anakin. No, the other one, the one who plays the daughter. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the other movie, Jumper. Jumper is significant to someone. But anyway, all of those things. Those two movies, Limitless, Jumper, Timeless. I think Limitless is the pill with the dude named Brad. That's funny. What's his name? Is his name Hayden? I think his name is Hayden from Star Wars. I know that. I'm really bad at remembering celebrities. I'm really bad at remembering anybody's name because I've met so many people in my life. So it's hard to keep up already. I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine being on this planet for 100 years. God dang it. That's a lot of freaking people to know. Well, shout out to the TV show Highlander. I love that TV show. My dad did too. When I could sit down and watch with him. But Roger was significant as well. He was a sci-fi junkie. But then we had to come differently. Of course, teenage girls, so I romanticized it. In the beginning, I could have gone with the white dudes. I had a crush for Will Wheaton. I was around like a Caucasian dude, but man, you can't be mad at me. I was the only chocolate chip in the cookie for a minute. With Coke. I had to come to terms with some things, have some grip with some understanding. At least, yeah. Um, in that regard, anyway. Someone cute was gonna see you in a week or see you in a couple of days. Dude, seriously? I hear that song. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah. That's it. That's all I hear. That's it. That and Father Stretch. That's it. Like, I don't know. It's like as soon as I hear it, it's like what my brain is like, yeah, whatever. It's, is that supposed to happen today? Okay, no, then it's not something that I can think about. It's supposed to happen tomorrow and get it on my calendar. Oh, if it's not on my calendar, well then yeah, expect me to think about it. Expect me to believe that it doesn't exist. Not because it doesn't exist, but because it's not somewhere for me to be able to remember. It's not in my mental Rolodex. And more importantly, it's not something that I can see. And see, this is the thing. I'm autistic. I have an issue with things that aren't static. With, like, for instance, it's going to be very easy. It was very easy for me to forget this young man and his girlfriend, wife, who lived here for a time because I only knew them for like 6 months. And so, because I didn't see them anymore, my brain was like, "Who? What's that? What are you talking about? People? There were more people?" And then, the traumatic brain and remembering lost those things. Things need to stick. So until you're present in the space on a regular basis, and it's not real to me. It's just not. I don't know how to help people understand that more than say that. It's like it continues to be that thing where I pull like images from the backs of the you remember the um, you- it wasn't it was like we sometimes you'd have movie day in school, and then sometimes like they would have that little projector reel with the things in it where you put the little images down in the slots and it would slide around, or even more kind of like a jukebox. You know how the jukebox will just find a particular um, 45, pick it up, lay it down, do that thing. My memory works kind of more like that. So it's I don't until I have a reason to keep going back to get it. I just it doesn't stick. I don't even know where it is. It's an idea, a thought. I hear the barge. A dream, a simple fantasy that I wish was reality. That you could get my door and me. I love the bar. I love it. I mean, she grew with the D, but I love the bar. Right there. I don't know if you call it falsetto. I mean, it really just seemed like it belonged to him. Anyway, I think didn't later on, like, never mind. Hey, look at that, y'all. I was supposed to be here for 15 minutes. I've been here for an hour and 2. I need to charge my devices. I'm gonna do it in a little bit. Thank you for. Oh, excuse me. Dropping down into the chat, my career. Thank you to everybody who hit the likes. I appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm. Push it forward a little bit. Thank you for watching. Please take a moment and share it with your homies. And if you ain't subscribed by now, it's because you're an asshole. Glad they accept this shit. What I'm saying? Like, I'm so over it. Do you know the people who have been around or out here who have bought subscribers and viewers and all that SHIT? Dude, seriously. If you haven't subscribed, it's because you're one of them. Or you're one of the punks inside of their party, the little camp of tarts. And I let get over some shit. Now some sensitive people. Really, really, really sensitive. Really, really sensitive. That's saying a lot coming from me. Because, like, quite literally, I'm physically very sensitive and then, empath and even that's a whole psychic thing. I can pick up on your energy type stuff. Like, it's, yeah, y'all are really fucking sensitive. So glad I can turn that off in public. I don't have to hear you people. Ooh, I could imagine. Some of you I can't hear. Really, um, your lack of self esteem comes out of your pores spiritually. I think sometimes, like, literally, like, physically, too. Yeah. I think pheromones. Ta-da, look at that. You get off a certain scent. So that I think that there's like a self-aggrandizement pheromone, and then there's one for like um, self-despair, self-pity, as if I guess self-pity works. You know what Excuse me. Man, I think I'm gonna go finish eating. Go to sleep. I just say this like again. I cannot stand hurry up and wait energy. It drives me. Like, just let me do me, you do you, and we'll be just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect anyone to keep up with my grind and hustle to move as fast as I do, um, because I've been on this journey for as long as I can remember. But breaking cycles was the most important thing to me. I didn't want my children to experience the hurt, pain, and anger in things. Um, doesn't mean that they don't recognize it, you know what I mean? Like the inward really bugs that out of me, but yet it wasn't something that was allowed to be said in our house, although it has been in the music because we're not going to pretend like we don't live in the world. Um, so I just say all that to say it was important to not have them be persuaded by the pains of the past. So again, just like my employees, if I gotta stand up and I gotta be the one who's shot at, that's fine. Because when it's my turn to shoot, even if I ain't got but one bullet, I'm lining up 8 or 9 motherfuckers and taking them all out at once. You gotta understand the power of being purposeful, be willing to put, is be willing to put patience over power, patience over politics. See, I'll just say this and then I'm gonna get up soon. Anyway, the Republicans keep doing the one thing that they need to stop doing, which is walking away from negotiations. They just need to go ahead and lead this powerhouse fucking Democrats. What we're not going to do is play with this issue. Whatever we have to do, whatever move we got to make, if hey, Republicans, you got to bite a couple of bullets you don't want to on this tax shit. You better figure out something out here. You give a damn if taxing immigrants is going to piss them the fuck off right now. Okay, if you want, okay. And again, Republicans see immigrants as their new voting base. So Republicans saw that in like the late 90s, the early 2000s. The Democrats were late to that point, which is why they're really pissed off about how Biden was treating Biden, Obama, and Hillary. So then you go with a bill of goods that was some outright bullshit. It's just the truth of it. So it is coming up on 11 o'clock. That's a good time for me to stop. Okay, so calling it out. I'm gonna listen to it until I fall asleep. A change is gonna come regardless. the beauty of being a child of the Most High. God just talks to me. God's a lot of it tired of, you know, you showing up and going off. You need to stop cursing at me. God's like, if you throw another F bomb at me, and more specifically, if you tell me to go fuck myself again. God's like, yeah, no, I'm still not gonna drop you, but you gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. You gonna get to some foreign nation, and you gonna have to sit your ass down for a minute, and you ain't gonna like that shit. So get your act right, and speak to me more respectfully. I know you mad about some things, and you disappointed. I'm working on it. Damn it, you're not gonna talk to me that way. Yeah, but you say that you basic human that you not go. That's all I got. God will let me, I will get on your level. You gonna like that shit. Mm. Definitely. The cannabis work, that is not in the model. Like 19 I really should have just went ahead and purchased four, but yet, you know, doing the right thing is important to me. The right thing to me is setting a reasonable standard, um, and laying a foundation for communication, understanding. Um, ah, uh, so yeah, it's that part. Hmm. That song from Escape, understanding. I hear it in my head. I mean, it's definitely time for me to go to bed. I'm a little bit of those chicks. Whew, excuse me. I'm not gonna say that out loud. Oh, well, okay. Y'all remember South Park? Miss Choksonic? So someone's being messy like that right now. Just outright inappropriate. But anyway, I appreciate you guys coming through, hanging out with me. Catch this on the replay. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think of something that I said. Again, gotta keep moving this ball forward. Anyway, keep your spirit up. We'll see you.